Okay, this video is to explain an issue that I'm having with Shadowplay Desktop Capture. If we go to NVIDIA real quick, I go to Settings. Here's my current version, so it's all the way up to date. This happens whether I have experimental enabled or disabled. Here's my rig. Here is the launch screen for Fortnite. I'm using Fortnite because this has the most things to click, and this is the game that gives me the most issues that I've recorded so far. I'm not sure if you can see my recording indicator up here, but it's flashing. And it's actually flashing on all screens. I will click close. Here's the loading screen that you're seeing right now that seems to randomly flash within game. So if I start clicking around and doing things, generally this will, show the flashing frame at some point in the recording, but it will also, at some points, it started to give audio spikes every time I would go like over here and click this and then click back or something. It would give a really loud audio spike or something. That seems to have been fixed, but since I'm recording live right now, I'm not sure what all is actually happening, so I'm assuming there's been at least 1 or 2 frame flashes by now, but I just kind of go through and click things just to give the game something to do. So I'll just keep going here. I'll go to like character or something, go to skills, armory, squads, all that. And yeah, like I said, I think there's probably at least 1 frame flash right now. So for a long time I've been using desktop capture and been using the same monitors, same rig, everything, and I've had no issues. And then about 3 or 4 updates for GeForce Experience ago, I started having this issue. I noticed that the recording icon that I have up in the top left will start flashing. And then when I went back to review the footage of gameplay that I had done, I saw that there were frames just flashing randomly throughout the recording. So I eventually started Googling things, and I saw that other people had the same issue, and that when you turn off the desktop capture, so it only records just one direct window, then it seems to fix it. But again, I've been using the desktop capture feature for a long time and never had any issues, so I think that there's still a way for that to be fixed. I don't think that I need to have desktop capture disabled in order to fix this. I think it's just a bug somewhere. So hopefully there aren't any audio spikes, but if there are, then that'll be good to kind of show as well. So I've completely uninstalled all drivers for not just NVIDIA GeForce, or not just GeForce Experience, but for all NVIDIA drivers. I've been having a lot of support chats and everything with NVIDIA for a few weeks now, or a couple weeks now. So hopefully in this recording it actually shows the issues that I'm having. But the reason I need desktop capture is because it shows my mouse cursor and everything. If I don't do that, it doesn't actually show it with the desktop feature disabled. And also if I want to record Photoshop work or anything else, any other sort of tutorials that aren't for games, I can't do that without the desktop capture enabled. So again, hopefully this video shows the issues that I'm having and is conveying them clearly so that NVIDIA can fully understand what exactly is happening. Again, I know that there are other people that are having this issue as well. I'm not sure how common it is, but there are people who are having the issue as well. So hopefully this can all be fixed at some point. But yeah, so another reason why the desktop capture is important for recording and everything is because if I need to go over to another monitor or something to do something, or if the game drops frames or is in a loading screen or something, it will actually pause the recording and then resume, and then it offsets my commentary from the video, so then I have to go back and resync everything, and then sometimes the audio and video of the recording in general will actually be offset because of the frame drop, or because GeForce, or because Shadowplay automatically pauses it in points that it doesn't need to be paused. So with desktop capture, it doesn't register that, so it doesn't pause the recording at all. It just constantly keeps going, even if I tab out or anything, which is what I need. Also, one more thing, I dragged in a piece of footage that I had recorded that gives an example of the audio spikes that I was having. Again, these seem to have been fixed for me currently, but I think that this would probably be helpful to show in the video anyway, just so if anyone else has this issue again, or if I have the issue again, maybe it can be worked on as well. So here are the audio spikes. Now, what I think possibly, just in my opinion, what one of the problems might be is that somewhere down the line during one of the updates, or maybe in adding some of these new features that Shadowplay is getting, it's making it either more difficult or something somewhere got messed up to where it's having a hard time figuring out which monitor to stay captured on. So I think that maybe while it's capturing, it knows to try to mainly capture the one or most active monitor. It's still kind of accidentally recording parts of the other ones, or it's kind of switching in between monitors, trying to figure out which one it needs to record. So maybe if there was an option that was put into Shadowplay that would allow you to designate what monitor you want it to focus on, so that it will only focus on the monitor that you've selected while still being in desktop capture mode. Maybe that could work. I'm not sure. I also kind of feel like that because it's flashing frames from a previous point in the recording, there may be some sort of bug with the instant replay feature that I don't have enabled, but it's still flashing frames from an earlier point. So maybe something there is askewed, but again, this is just my opinion. I don't know how all this stuff works. I'm just kind of trying to troubleshoot this stuff myself. But maybe that would be something to kind of look into. Hopefully this was clear for you. Hopefully this helps, and hopefully we can get this issue resolved. So, thank you.